Hey folks, welcome to your first work with functions from ordered pairs. So you're going to watch this video to see a couple practice problems and take some notes, then do the rest on your own and check with the control. So let's start with a definition of what is a function. I want you to write this down. A function is a relation in which each input has exactly one output. I want you to circle or highlight exactly, because that's really important. Each input has exactly one output. So how do you determine if ordered pairs are a function or not? So when given a set of ordered pairs, your job is to ensure that no x value has more than one y value paired to it. Ensure that no x value has more than one y value paired to it. Okay, let's take a look at some practice problems. Let's look at the purple set of ordered pairs first. So these are our inputs, these are our x values, and these are our outputs, our y values. And if we were to look at each number and follow the arrow, we notice that each input has exactly one output. The line goes to one other specific number. So this is a function. Let's take a look at the black set of ordered pairs. So here, notice, so we've got -4 goes to 2, and then both 7 and 14 goes to the number 7. So we have two inputs and one output. And that is okay. That is a function. I want you to think of a scenario where there are kittens up for adoption. There are 3 cats and 2 homes, and 2 cats go to the same home. Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. So it's a function. And now let's look at the red set of numbers. What looks different? So when we look at our first number up here, -100, 2 lines are coming from it. And one's going to the number 22, and one's going to 71. And so you can already determine that this is not a function. So let's think again about the cats. If these are all cats and these are homes, can one cat be split up and go to 2 homes? No, that's not possible. So that is not a function. So the way to determine is if any of the inputs have more than one line coming from it, it is not a function. Okay, so let's look at our problems. Number 1, when you look at the lines, each input goes to each output just once. And 4 to 10, so this is a function. Number 2 looks a little different. I want you to, these are each ordered pairs. I want you to label them x and y. So we can remind ourselves that these are pairs that go together. Each x and y is a pair. It goes together. It's in a relationship or a relation. So since this looks different, one thing you could do to help yourself, if you're not sure if it's a function or not, is to draw your own bubbles and write out your numbers. So here I wrote out 7 and 12, and I would draw a line to indicate that that's a pair. And you can go ahead and continue doing this if you feel comfortable, this makes sense to you. And once we get to this third pair, notice that we have 7 again, and the output this time is -12. So now we have 2 lines coming from 7 with 2 different outputs. And if we're to go back to our definition of a function, it's that each input has exactly one output. Well, this input has 2 outputs. So this is not a function. And in this work, when you determine that it's not a function, you need to explain why. So I would write not a function the number 7 goes to 12 and negative 12. It has 2 outputs. So you need to show your evidence of why it's not a function. Go ahead and complete the rest of this work on your own, and then check with the control.